Hello world! Let's talk about designing aquaponic systems. If you've been following along on this project, you probably know the basic parts. A fish tank, a grow bed, a pump to move the water and nutrients, and a bell siphon to drain the filtered water back to the fish. This is called a basic flood and drain system. It's nice and simple. But that's not all the types of grow beds. While flood and drain is the most common, there's also nutrient film grow beds, which are typically made of PVC pipe with water flowing through it. Because this isn't a great environment for bacteria, these need a biofilter tank for the bacteria to live in. One of the first types of aquaponic grow beds used was deep water culture. This is where you have a foam mat floating on a tank of water with the plants suspended in it. Again, since a flooded tank isn't the best environment for bacteria, you need to have a separate biofilter tank. Flood and drain grow beds have some sort of grow media, like pebbles or expanded clay, which is a great habitat for bacteria. It also provides structure for the plant's root system and lets you grow a wider variety of plants and is more resilient to fluctuations in nutrients. What if we have some sort of failure of our fish tank? If the bell siphon clogs or we have a leak, the water in our fish tank would drain out, killing all of our fish. That's why a lot of people use what's called a constant height one pump system, or CHOP. It uses a sump tank and pumps the water into the fish tank using a skimmer in the fish tank to maintain a constant height of water for the fish. A variant of this that I'm going to be building is called a CHOP 2. It uses two separate cycles with one pump. One cycle goes to the grow beds and one cycle goes to the fish tank. It maintains the constant height in the fish tank during a failure mode and filters separately through the grow beds. For the plumbing of the fish tank itself, you want to make sure that your inlet agitates the surface of the water a lot and aerates it so the fish have enough oxygen. Now, I mentioned a skimmer to maintain a constant height, but a skimmer doesn't remove the solids in the bottom. If you use a deep skimmer with a long tube, it will actually suck up the solids at the bottom, providing those nutrients to your grow beds. For the plumbing of the grow bed, you want about 14 inches total depth. Of course, you have your bell siphon and a media guard around it to keep pebbles and debris from clogging it. The bottom 1 to 2 inches is called the mineralization layer, and the middle 2 to 10 inches is where the bacteria lives, and this is the area that you want to flood. The top 2 inches is the dry zone. You want to keep that dry so your plants don't rot out. On the inlet pipe of your water, you can put calcium and iron and other nutrients that your plants may not be getting from the fish. As always, thanks for tuning in, and if you'd like to follow along, feel free to subscribe.